Well, I was supposed to start a job today, but it's raining out, and I figure I better not go tear up the gentleman's lawn. All right, we're off to our first stump grinding job. I was supposed to do it last Monday, and it was raining, and the customer kind of asked if I would wait. I suggested we should wait because of we'll probably end up doing quite a number on their lawn. There's 38 stumps, I believe, at this job, so she's quite a big job. I'm going to stop and get some fuel in the truck and get a jug of fuel for the tractor in case I need it. And we're going to be there all day, I'd imagine. And probably back tomorrow, because got to grind all the stumps, and then they want us to lay some gravel down where the stumps are. So we're on our way. It's probably be 40-minute drive probably, and I got to stop and get fuel. So hang on, we're on the way. Well, as you all know, I bought a stump grinder, and I've looked at a few jobs. This is the second job I looked at, and it has 38 stumps. And they also want me to move some gravel, so we figured about 6 load of gravel. Here's the area that I'm going to do. So the gentleman cut a whole bunch of trees down, and here's the way we're going to get in and through that gate. Well, I can say I'm pretty pleased with the way the stump grinder works. You can see the shot here that I'm taking. I have this cast to my telephone that's in the cab, so I can see the cutter head pretty plain, and I don't have to try to look backwards. Even looking backwards, I still can't see the cutter head. So this gives me a pretty good view of what the cutter head is doing, and it worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot of footage, and the other footage I had got corrupted, and I don't have a whole lot of exterior footage other than what you see here. But I will share with you the progress of what we did and explain a few things. This is a very wet area. So what we had to do while we were grinding these stumps, I would have to haul in some gravel so I could actually make it to the stump. At some points, I was sinking out of sight. Front tire would be right in the mud. Very, very boggy. And before it was all said and done, I had all the stumps ground the first day. We did 38. And they varied in size, and some of them were easier to get to than others, and some of them were a big frig. All in all, I moved 8 load of gravel between today and tomorrow. By the end of it, I think the teeth on the stump grinder are getting dull. With the 38 I've done today, I've done 10 previously. So before I do the next job, I definitely have to sharpen the teeth. But other than that, pretty pleased. Got a lot of work done in a short time. I think 38 stumps in a day is a pretty good day's job. So I have 2 more jobs lined up. One job's got 34 stumps, and like this job, it's not just straightforward. It's going to be hard to get at some of them. I'll bring you along with that and maybe try to get you a little more footage. And I got another job that's got 28 stumps. And I have a few other jobs that are 2 here, 2 there. So we'll share with you as we work away. Like I said, this works pretty good. These 2 little stumps, I think, were there for a while and they were pretty rotten. Towards the end of the day, I was having a lot of difficulty trying to cut across the root. It would cut the root lengthwise, but it wouldn't cut it across. So I believe the teeth were getting pretty dull at the end. 48 stumps is quite a few stumps to grind, and we'll take them off and we'll get them sharpened up, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I think the way I'm going to do it is going to work out quite well. So again, these are the only 2 stumps that I have to show that I ground, but I'll show you some pictures of the finished product. All in all, it was 8 load of gravel, and I had to get it through the small gate that I showed you at the first. And the ground was so soft, I could put a foot of gravel and I would lose my front tires when I drove over top of it again. So he's going to have to do a little bit of handwork. I suggested using his 4-wheeler and pulling a pallet around to take some of the high spots out. But all in all, it's a lot better than I expected with the way it was soft. Over to the right, there's still a couple of good trenches, but nothing else I could do. They were very pleased and happy with the job.